stand true. We'll fight until the end. For CCU. We'll defend our school. With all our might. Coastal will always. Fight. Oh, shots up.
Good evening and welcome into the Player Spotlight Show here on air with Chris Shanafel. I am your host, Chris Shanafel, and it's a pleasure to welcome onto the show. He's one of the top edge rushers in the country. He's on the I don't think the new rankings came out yet. Hopefully they didn't. Otherwise, last I seen, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers were ranked 15th in the country. And after this huge victory this past weekend against Appalachian State, 34-23, that ranking will only get higher or lower, whichever way you want to look at it. But that number will only get lower from here on out. We're joined by finalists for the Ted Hendricks Defensive End of the Year Award, number 9, Tarron Jackson, a name that you're going to want to keep tabs on as we get closer and closer to the 2021 NFL Draft. This is a guy whose stock is on the rise. Tarron, I appreciate you taking the time. Love the hoodie. You got the Coastal Carolina representing in the background as well. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Going good.
So congrats on the success, first and foremost, Tarron. 8-0. The video I played in the intro was the vibe of the locker room following your guys' latest victory against App State. It's been the vibe after every game this season. You guys make headlines week in and week out with your guys' post-game celebrations. It brings back what they used to call, it's been a while. The Bears are currently on a 4-game losing streak. But as you see in the background, I'm in Chicago, Tarron, cover closely to the Chicago Bears. They used to call it Club Dub after victory with the Chicago Bears. So those videos kind of bring back memories for me. How good of a time are those locker room celebrations been this season? Again, you've had 8 of them in a row.
Oh, man, they've been fun, man. It's just kind of something to definitely through the week to kind of keep us going and keep us locked into stuff. You know we compete for a championship. Every week a different coach gets that championship, and the guys just embrace it. You know, the whole team just fighting every day at practice, trying to, make sure we're sharp for the game. Then once we win the game, man, we just celebrate, man, and we try to enjoy every win because everyone's special.
Absolutely, and I got to give a shout-out to my guy, Big Joe Coletta. I know he's been on the hype train, former Coastal Carolina guy himself. That's one of my guys there, and, Big Joe ready to go. I know he's been hype every game, and proud of what you guys are doing there. And just looking at what your group on the defensive line did, Tarron, this past week, 7 tackles for loss, 3 sacks. Jeffrey Gunter had 2 forced fumbles. C.J. Brewer was named Sunbelt Defensive Player of the Week with his performance. Focusing on the defensive line, just how do you guys on that D-line complement each other week in and week out? All season long, it's always one of you guys having a big game, and you've seen it this past week with Brewer. You see it impacted on the stat sheet in a number of different ways, whether it is the tackle for loss numbers, the sacks, or even, getting pressure to the quarterback and forcing that quarterback to throw it. And you've seen it a couple times this past weekend where an interception was off of a forced pass due to the pass rush getting to the quarterback. Give us an overview on that D-line unit, Tarron, and how you guys have been able to complement each other and play at such a high level this season.
I would have to say that it's just our sense of competition. Every one of us, we're competing every day, not just in the games, but in practice. Every day we go to practice, we're trying to beat each other in sacks. We're trying to see who gets to the ball first. We're trying to swarm to the ball. It's just competition, man. We've been in the weight room. We competing with each other. We squatting, trying to put more weight on than the other person. Just every day, just going into that day, trying to get better. And I feel like you kind of see the results of that on game day. Every day we try to get better, and just see the results. You see the fruits of that labor.
Yeah, and you certainly do see it. Again, ranked number 15th in the nation. You guys are currently 8-0. I think this was certainly one of, if not your biggest game of the year. I thought it was the game of the week. in terms of the entire college football slate, and it did not disappoint. It certainly lived up to those expectations. That ranking, though, seeing that number get better and better after each victory this season, Tarron, is that something that you guys focus in on a week-by-week basis? I have to think it's pretty exciting to bring this program to new heights.
Oh man, I would definitely say that it's exciting to know that we're making history and everything like that. But I have to be honest, like it's not something that we really thinking about. Like every day we go into the game, we just trying to get better each day. We get out there, we're grinding. I can't say it's a time that we go out to practice and we really talk about it. It's not really something that we're talking about. Coming to the year, I think the biggest thing for us is we wanted to prove ourselves and win the Sun Belt Championship. And every day, we know we've been in the bottom of the Sun Belt. We know how tough it can be. So every game, we're trying to, grind it out and make sure we get a win and get close to our goal of winning that Sun Belt Championship.
And Tarron, you came into CCU when they were still playing in the FCS. And back then, they were one of the top FCS teams in the program. Fast forward a few years, you're playing in the Sun Belt now, and you're currently one of the top teams in the FBS. What was that jump like from FCS to FBS? And did you have to make any adjustments to your game?
Well, my freshman year was that transition year, and I definitely have to say we had to make some changes. I feel like the biggest change was probably physically and mentally. We had to get stronger. We had to, be more sharp. We had to learn to, come to practice every day and certain aspects of some of the things that we didn't get from, some of the past players. But I feel like that my class coming in was kind of the first class. We kind of took that next step. We built off what the guys that were the seniors and stuff that was there. We tried to build off what they did. And I feel like now you're starting to kind of see the results. I feel like every year we just kept getting better and better. And once our new coaching staff, Coach Chadwell's staff, came in, we really took another jump, especially strength-wise. I feel like that's probably the strongest we've been as a program. And I feel like once we started to get that experience as a group, and be healthy. Last year we experienced a lot of injuries early in the season, especially after that Kansas game. We had about 3 starters that got hurt, but this year we've been able to be healthy, and that's been a big thing for us. So I think that's kind of the reason for our success.
Again, we're chatting with one of the top defensive linemen in the country, Tarron Jackson of Coastal Carolina. And Tarron, you're obviously one of the leaders of the team. And being a senior of this team, I got to ask you, how impressive is what quarterback is your guys' quarterback doing on the other side of the football? I mean, especially for you being one of the seniors of the team and seeing how he's being able to control this offense and drive down the field and put up those points and kind of take care of his job while you guys take care of your job. I mean, I gotta think that's very, that's very promising for you being on the defensive side of the football.
Oh man, it's definitely very satisfying. Every time we go out and get a defensive stop, we know our offense is going to go down there and score. Like we have no doubt in our minds. And I just feel like Grayson, he just brings a new level of energy to the offense. He gets guys in the right spots. He knows he keeps his composure and stuff in the pocket. And he just brought a factor to our team that we didn't have last year. And, everybody's seeing now our offense is hot. They're running pretty good, making plays that I feel like last year they probably wasn't able to make. And a big part of that is because of Grayson.
Yeah, and again, he leads the country in most touchdown passes to interception ratio. Grayson McCall, 18 touchdowns and less than 2 interceptions on the season. Again, doing a great job for the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. And on the season for you, Tarron, you currently have 38 tackles. You lead the team with 9.5 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, and get this, 15 quarterback hits. Last week, you're named to the Ted Hendricks Award, which is given to the Ted Hendricks Award watch list, which is given to the top defensive end in the country. Last year, you were first team All Sun Belt. You're voted preseason conference defensive player of the year. And you're on your way to winning that one, too. I got to think, though, I mean, these accolades, do they mean anything to you?
I mean, they're definitely blessings to be in the race for all of these accolades, but I kind of try to fall back on the basics, man, and just keep building my fundamentals. And it's worked for me this far, so that's kind of what I do, man. I just take it day by day, and I always have something I need to improve on. I just try to improve on that stuff.
And you're a big effort guy, Tarron. Throwing in the tape, you can't tell if it's the first play of the game or if it's the last play of the game. For those not familiar with your style of play, just how would you describe it, and what would you say is the biggest strength of your game?
I would, like you said, I feel like my biggest strength of my game is my relentlessness and my effort. I feel like I definitely some of the skills and things that can couple with that is kind of my like my hands have gotten still have qualities and things I need to work on, especially in the run game, like some of my footwork and sometimes my hand placement. Um, but definitely, I feel like my get off and my hands have gotten a lot better, and that's probably some of the things that's improved in my game from last year.
And I gotta ask you, since you're wearing the Kobe hoodie, I mean, I think anybody, you don't even need to be a basketball fan. I think anybody, you don't even need to be a sports fan to be motivated by, the drive and the work ethic of a Kobe Bryant. Is it safe to say that some of the, going back watching some of his games and uh, interviews and all that. I mean, does that motivate you? Have you gone back and watched those maybe before a game or anything like that?
Oh yeah, for sure. And one thing that I love, I've always been the kind of guy that love the underdog, and just seeing Kobe every year just keep getting better. He wasn't the best when he first came to the league, but you can just see him. He loves to grind, and that's why I think I liked him as a player growing up because I has been the kind of the underdog, you know, and I hello.
Sorry about that. We lost you there for a second, Toronto.
Okay,
All
okay.
right, we're good
Yeah.
though. We're back. Did you want to just finish what you had to say though?
Oh yeah. I was just saying that it's because when I was younger, you could just when Kobe first came into the league, you could just see him keep grinding, and he wasn't the best when he came in the league, but slowly but surely he kind of made his way to the top, and I feel like with me, I try to keep that same mindset that if I keep grinding wherever the place I'm at now, I'll keep leveling up. And another player is Ray Lewis. He was my favorite football player. He always preached effort. And with me, that's my biggest thing is just effort. I feel like day to day, if you have effort with details, then you'll be successful.
No doubt about it. A couple more questions for Teron Jackson, the pass rusher out of Coastal Carolina. A name to look out for the 2021 NFL Draft as well. Now, Teron, I know that it's tough, especially during the season in which your team is having a historic season. But have you given the NFL any thought? I mean, your name is really starting to heat up now in NFL draft circles. If I had to guess, that's probably the dream of 99.9% of all collegiate athletes to go pro in their respective sport. Is that something that's crossed your mind lately, Teron?
I mean, honestly, I've been just trying to take it day by day, and just focus on each game. One of the biggest things for me coming in is I always dreamt of winning that Sun Belt championship, and as a team, just grinding with my guys is something that we've been trying to work towards since I got here. So the NFL, it's definitely something that's in the back of my mind, and it definitely would be a blessing in itself to, make it there. But I'm kind of focused on it now and getting ready for this next game and winning the games that we need to win to put ourselves in a position to win that Sun Belt championship.
Yeah, it's another conference game at Texas State this weekend. I gotta say though, Tron, I wouldn't be surprised if you receive a piece of mail from Mobile, Alabama, the Senior Bowl one of these days. Can you confirm whether or not that you've heard from Jim Nagy and company up to this point yet?
I mean, I've heard some stuff on Twitter. Sometimes he shouts me out on some stuff, but far other than that, nah, pretty nah.
All right, you mentioned Ray Lewis as a guy that you've looked up to over the years. Is there any guys currently playing in the league that you kind of like to watch and take bits and pieces of their game and try and translate it into your own?
Oh yeah, for sure. Right now, I probably have to say DeMarcus Lawrence. He went to my high school, so that's one of the guys that I've always kind of watched and kind of try to put pieces of his game into my own. And Khalil Mack has always been my favorite pass rusher. He can do it all. He can go around you. He can bend. He can run you over. With a long arm. So he's always been kind of one of the guys that I try to model my game after.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got a Bears fan base following this account here, and they certainly would love to hear that. So, Tarron, that's really all I have for you tonight, man. I really do appreciate you taking the time. Congratulations on all the success. I mean, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, probably the most fun college football team to watch this season. And as I said, last week's game against Appalachian State, I mean, probably the game of the week heading in, and it certainly lived up to those expectations. You guys are 8-0, a great start, and again, number 15 ranked in the country, and bringing this program to new heights. I got to think it's been a very exciting season. Tarron, I really appreciate your time, and definitely wishing you all the best, man.
Okay, thank you, man. Appreciate you having me on.